VGMA over here, one of the things we emphasized a lot was research. You know, if we knew the extent of research that VGMA puts into this award scheme in the folks they pick for their various categories, I believe that things like this would have been avoided. You know, because technically this is an underground rapper or artist trying to get recognition for his work. Now, there's something about the journey. He's not a new artist, but he wants to be. He wants a little concentration or a little highlight.
Right.
You know, he wants to be in the spotlight a bit. He wants some attention given to his songs.
Yeah.
And the only
as in his solo
project.
Right.
So the only way of doing that is applying for this.
Right.
So yes, probably he applied for a scholarship he is overly qualified for, but he was just trying to be smart. But the other side too is VGMA doing their due diligence before first accepting this him into the category. So I find it unfortunate. I really don't know how. Even if I was his friend, I wouldn't know what advice to give him.
I know.
You know.
I know. I don't think it's a very good place to be.
No.
It's not a very good place to be.
So I can't also just ask for some kind of category. So this is why I'll go back to that old argument I have. Let's have a social media award. Right. Social media category for social media.
You mean on the scheme?
On the scheme.
Okay.
Yes. So let's have
most popular song on social media.
Exactly. Most popular social media artists.
Right.
Most popular social media song. In any case, this buzz about VGMA and all of that conversation is mostly on social media. The conversation is on traditional and social media. So we might as well extend the scheme, you know, into this platform. And I think folks like this will get the opportunity to be featured over there. Because there are a lot of guys who are doing amazing jobs, who are actually already in the industry, performing, but are yet to be mentioned in the scheme.
Yes.
So that itself is some interesting situation.
Oh yes. There are some amazing. For instance, I know of Toy Boy.
Right.
Who, look, I love this guy and his rap prowess is honestly, I mean, clearly there are some people I follow and others I don't.
Right.
But you know, these are some things that should be looked at.
Yes.
You know, because if this person is not sending in their work so that you can look into it and give them a norm, there has to be something on social media. Who's doing work on social media? Who's constantly putting things out, you know, on social? Who has a following on social media? You know, so we can do like maybe after we do these categories, we can do like, I don't know, most promising artists on social media. Maybe we can add 2 categories off social media to the scheme so that other people on the other side will get recognition.
True. So it's a system thing. It's a system and a structure thing. And if we want to include everyone, then I think the unsung category concept should be broadened, so that it will include. There are people who are actually sung, but somehow end up being in the unsung category. There are people who are present. They are just not within your audience. So you can't rule them out. And if you introduce such people into new art, it defeats the concept. New art for me should be someone who sensations. New art should be sensation. Someone who comes into the industry, say 2023, and then
Yeah.
You know, we listen to them.
Yeah.
We get them.
Yeah.
That should define a new art for me. He comes, he has a great song, he pulls crowd, or a certain amount of audience. He makes impact. That should be the new art.
Right.
But for someone like Ja, I feel they deserve some kind of recognition. And moving forward, the scheme and the system in general should have a way of recognizing them, because this is someone who is working and deserves some attention.
Absolutely.
So it's unfortunate, but
and I reckon it would be really heartbreaking.
Yeah, it would be.
These are some of the things that break people in a way, because I remember when Papi Kojo, was it Papi Kojo, who had the many nominations and didn't get an award,
right,
and was trolled.
Medical too.
Right. It was Papi Kojo first, then medical,
right,
and was trolled on social media so badly, and it definitely did something to him. I remember in one interview he talked about the fact that it wasn't an easy place to be, you know, because one thing that we should always keep in mind, and because I'm a mental health advocate, I'm always talking about the fact that we should be kind in how we deal with people.
Right.
You know, especially because we don't know them and we don't know where they're coming from. So it's very, very important that we do that. And you know that after that whole situation with him and VGMA, he never had a comeback, a strong comeback. I mean, we know him, he's there, he's released a couple of songs after that, but it hasn't been the same. You know, something is not connecting from the middle.
Right.
You know what I mean?
When it happens that way, you are overly cautious.
Yes.
Overly.
Something is not connecting in the middle. He's still his bubbly self. He's still. I remember last year at Obi and Ponsan's comedy show, he was one of the hosts, and I mean he did pretty well, you know. But it's just not the same. Every time I've encountered him after that, I feel there's a certain caution at the back of everything he does. You know, it's never the same. So these are things that we definitely need to look out for, because now that this has happened to him, I mean, I don't know his mental strength, and I don't know how he's going to balance things out, but this shouldn't happen.
No, it
should this just shouldn't happen, you know, and this shouldn't be his fault.
No.
I will fight it. I would fight it.
True.
It's not my fault that you didn't do your due diligence and you put me on in the first place.
It's a silly mistake.
You don't put me on and take me off. You know what I mean? That's not my problem. That's your problem. Like I'm sitting down and the bank accidentally sends me some cash and I blow it and they say, hey, well, you know what I mean?
It's not your fault.
It's not my fault.
You can't arrest me for that. No.
Even though I know it's not my money, I shouldn't have to touch it.
No, but it's in my account.
But it's in my account.
My momo.
There are so many ways you can argue this.
Right.
Okay, there are so many ways you can argue this, but I feel as though they haven't been fair to him.
No.
They haven't been fair to him at all.
No.
Because you don't give someone a nomination to take it back. That is not right.
No.
That just is not right. Anyway, we're moving on to Kwame A+, who alleges that Ghana Police Service is a criminal organization. I honestly don't want to talk about this because for some reason, my expressions doesn't seem to sit very well with a lot of people. Even when...
It's expected.
I know, even when like I'm actually being honestly inquisitive about things. Innocently, people seem to think that, oh, there's an agenda. So he's a social commentator and a controversial musician. You know, you would agree that not everybody knows Kwame A+ as a musician.
Yeah.
You'd agree,
yeah.
right? Okay.
Right.
He's known as Kwame Asari Obeng, and he has alleged that the Ghana Police Service is a criminal organization. According to him, the police administration also has armed robbers, prostitutes, as well as drug dealers in it. His reactions come after some heavily built police officers were subjected to unimaginable humiliation by illegal miners who the officers were supposed to have arrested. A viral video of the incident emerged over the weekend. It showed the armed police officers being besieged by a number of young men reported to be illegal minors. The video shows the angry minors yelling at the police officers to register their displeasure about a claim that they had paid the officers, but they still went ahead to arrest one of them. One of the civilians wearing a military camouflage was seen in the video attempting to seize the weapon of one of the 4 police officers while lamenting that the officers were trying to extort money from them after they had settled their demands earlier. It was at this point that the officers resorted to kneeling to beg profusely, pleading with the civilians to temper justice with mercy because of the long-standing relationship between them. The officers captured in the video were attached to the Axim District Police in the Western region. So there we have it. The video is on the screen right now. You know, Digo, this is more your thing than mine. Talk to me.
It is everybody's thing.
It is, but I said it's more yours than mine.
So it's an unfortunate situation there. I think this is a Galamsey site.
Yes.
Well, so it falls within a much broader conversation.
Yes.
About Galamsey and then about its impact on law and order.
Yes.
You know, and then what Galamsey has done to law and order, or what law and order is doing to Galamsey. So the metrics are like a spider web.
Right.
You know.
So let's just watch this video real quick and then we'll continue the conversation.
Oh, Charlie. All right, so there you have it, Digo.
Yeah. It's unfortunate. This shouldn't happen. This shouldn't have happened. But like I started earlier, it's a whole bigger conversation, Galamsey and its association to law and order and all of that. But to the policeman who knelt down, I think he did a very smart thing. If you have life, you have everything.
Oh, yes.
You know, so he just He was just trying to live one day at a time.
I know. In that moment, he needed to survive.
He needed to survive.
That moment.
Right. Because even with the gun, he's outnumbered. Or they were outnumbered. You know, so he had to live to fight another day. You know, so yeah.
Yeah.
But it shouldn't happen.
No.
When the Ashaiman incident happened, one of the things we spoke about here was the fact that there's a big question on law and order now.
Right.
You know, and this should just add to that sentiment, that call that we are in some delicate state as a country. Anything could happen.
Yes.
For citizens to be so bold to intimidate a man in or officers in uniform like that is something. And you could see one getting into the police vehicle. I don't know if he was trying to stop it or whatever. That is technically you entering a police officer's office, you know, and then just doing your own thing over there, which is not allowed anywhere, you know. So I feel something is happening between the police and then the public.
Yeah.
The public is losing confidence in the police.
Yeah.
The public is disregarding the police, and the police also want that thing again. So some officer would have insisted that you show me some respect because I am in uniform. But nobody knows how that would have unfolded or how that would have unfolded.
Yes.
But maybe this fella here knew the people he was dealing with, so he had to do the humbling thing. But this is just the state of our police. It raises question of the character of people we are recruiting into the service. This is just, I don't want to do the political thing, but if we become a nation that is bringing people into the police because they are attached to a certain politician or a certain party, this is what is going to happen.
True.
This didn't happen in the 70s, in the 80s, in the 90s, maybe in the early 2000s. This didn't happen. You respect them.
Or maybe we didn't get to see because there wasn't so much social media.
Well,
so maybe it happened, but we didn't get to see.
We respected. There was this feeling, this mentality about men in uniform.
True.
You respect them.
True.
You know, that is the beginning of your conversation with them. You are not intimidated, but you respect them because they are the men in uniform.
True.
So it's an unfortunate thing, and I believe the police has taken some decisions on the back of this. I hope they do something more with it. Something must change.
Right.
Something must change. You know, this thing, if it doesn't go, if they don't investigate it and they don't punish it, the next one we may not be able to contain it.
True.
Look at Ashaiman.
True.
And in 3 months in Pombaye, and then we have this.
Yes.
If we don't check this,
it will continue.
It will continue.
Yes.
And we wouldn't like how this continuation will look like. We don't want to imagine that.
No, we don't.
So IGP, I know, is very sensitive about the perception the public has about the Ghana police. He's worked a lot towards that perception, and I hope that this thing is corrected. If heads have to roll over here,
absolutely,
they should roll, and we should know about it. Otherwise, for a lot of people,
usually we don't know what the punishments are.
No, we don't.
So people feel like they get away with murder.
We don't. You know, and there's this thinking that if we punish one of our own, it's going to send a certain message to the public. But the only message really that punishing a police officer will send to the public is confidence.
Yes.
If the layman can think that, hey, the IGP cry is, or the police service is punishing one of their own and maybe naming and shaming for something bad or illegal they've done, then who am I the ordinary citizen.
Yes.
That is confidence.
Very much
You
so.
know, so
Very much so.
I think they should get to the root of this issue, and
Right.
then
So we're going to open the phone lines. We would love to hear from you, especially on this particular issue. Do you agree with what Kwame A. Plus has said? Do you have any experiences you would like to share with us? Call us on 0503 951 001. That's 0503 951 001. We would definitely like to hear from you. And if you have any experiences, we would love to hear that as well.
And with what Kwame A. Plus said, it's I think it's a bit far-fetched.
Yes.
You can't call an entire organization criminal because there are a few bad nuts in there.
As with any organization.
Exactly. So it's a bit far-fetched, you know. So
it's a bold statement to make.
It's quite bold.
It's a very bold statement to make.
Yeah, so.
But we know him. He's a social commentator, and he makes a lot of bold statements.
Oh, yeah.
We've seen him do that over a very long period of time. So I like to say, you know, when certain people do certain things, no surprises, you know. It's to be expected,
Right.
you know, so no surprises. Again, our phone lines are open. We would love to hear your take on this entire situation. 0503 951 001. That's 0503 951 001. We're going to move on, though. And my favorite man is in the news again. Darko Vibes.
Okay.
He's my favorite artist.
Okay.
Niamu is my favorite artist. I love his music and I love his confidence. I've talked about this a lot of times on here. I love his confidence and the way he struts his stuff. Like he knows that I'm a good-looking young man.
Yeah.
You know, and he likes to really carry it. He's my favorite artist. And today, he's talking about how musicians' career die faster in Ghana than it grows. Okay? The growth of a musician's career is much slower than the death of it. You know, he's a songwriter, and he has reiterated the need for why the Ghanaian music industry needs to be a collective agenda. Speaking in an interview, the talented musician said the agenda for pushing Ghanaian music should be aggressive and intentional. He cited the example of how Nigeria has a policy and an agenda of pushing their music to the world. The Afrobeat singer disclosed that this is a deliberate effort to make them stay afloat. According to him, despite being grateful for what doing music has added to his life, the music industry in Ghana is full of struggles unlike Nigeria. The Jim Appel hitmaker also stated that here in Ghana, I'm going to have to pause that. There's a caller on the line. Hello?
Hello.
Good morning. What's your name and where are you calling from? Hello? Hello? I'm sorry. Could you position yourself well for us, please? I'm struggling to hear you. Oh, we lost him. Okay, so 0503 951 001. Okay, 0503 951 001. And you could contribute to any of our discussions on here. So back to Darko Vibes. He lamented on how the music space in Ghana is full of struggles without proper structures. He explained that when a musician attained... Okay, we have a call on the line. Hello?
Hello.
Hi, can you turn down the volume on your TV set first?
Okay.
Hello?
Hello.
Yes. What's your name and where are you texting? Where are you calling from?
My name is Godsway.
Your name is?
Godsway.
God's Way.
Yes.
Okay, talk to me, God's Way.
I have a question to ask.
Okay.
I want to ask that when you record the music, how much is the price?
Oh, God's way, you just made my day. Okay, so let me answer that for you. He says when you record a song, how much do you have to pay? God's way. Well, first of all, we're a television station. We don't do music production here. However, there are so many music producers out there. I'm sure there's even one in your neighborhood. So what you could do is to find the nearest place where music production happens, go there, make all the inquiries, and some people will actually do it for you without charging, depending on the kind of song you want to put up. And you can have an agreement. These days they have the split sheets and all of that, so you can come up with all kinds of agreements to help you make your dream a reality. Okay, so maybe in your neighborhood, find out if there's a music producer. You can go to him and make all your inquiries. Yes, we here, it's a television station, so we don't do music production. Yes. All right, so our number again is 0503-951-001. And that was funny though. He says when you do music,
yeah,
how much do you charge?
Yeah. It's
So let me just wrap up on Daco Vibes. He said there's no further growth to breaking barriers globally, hence they die with all the potential and talent. Another call on the line. Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning. What's your name and where are you texting from? Where are you calling from?
I'm official leader and
Hello?
I'm official leader. I'm calling for my son.
Okay, talk to me.
Okay, what a class said. Yeah, before a class said, I second English. The local thing, the security personnel are supposed to be as safeguards and not a threat to the civilians.
Okay.
So I'm proposing if strategic actions can be taken in order to penalize those people involved in order to deter others from not repeating the same mistake.
Okay. Okay, thank you so much for your contribution. Alrighty, assignment to the whole Biase, 0503-951-001. He seconds what A+ said, and I think he's backing what you said, Digo, that confidence has to be built in civilians. Right. We need to be confident that the police is your friend. You know, they're here for you. They're here to protect you. Yeah. Some people don't believe it based on what they have seen. Yeah. Okay. I remember one time I saw at Manet Junction a policeman grab a trotro driver out of his car and sounded a good slap on his face, and my heart skipped a beat. You know, this is somebody's father. This is like a grown man, somebody's father. I don't know what his offense was, but whatever it was, if you have to charge him, charge him. If you need to arrest him, arrest him. But sometimes I find that the police, the brutality sometimes, taking matters into their own hands and feeling so superior as to assault people on the job, it's not very settling. If I do wrong, okay, or if I go against any law, I think it is your duty, if you're there and you see me, if you're going to arrest me, arrest me. If you're going to warn me, so I don't repeat it next time, you warn me. But to want to slap, I remember one time we had an evening event where I was moving out of the place and there was this huge police, with a pickup, and it was coming in my direction. And I had the right of way. They just had to wait for me to pass. But they wanted to bully themselves, in my way. And I too, Charlie, I don't back down so easily. So as they were coming, I was also going. This guy just got out of his car, came to hit the bonnet of my car so hard. What's going on? And try to get me out of the car. If I don't stop what I'm doing, I'll see what they'll do to me here. And I said, really? You think so? You honestly believe that you can do something here? Well, then do it. Let's see you do it. And I felt as though they didn't expect me to be so brazen about the situation. Maybe they thought I would coil into, some corner or whatever. But when I faced them head on, they realized that, nah, Charlie, And because you never know who a person is.
True.
So you want to be careful in your
dealings with them.
Exactly. So they kind of fell back for a minute, but it made me feel very uncomfortable. But why do you suppose that is the right thing to do? Even if I was wrong in that instance, the police is supposed to be my friend. That's what I'm told. That's what I've been told since I was a child. So for you to come and give me that, which is not very friendly, by the way. You know, you're not building any confidence in me as a civilian for the police, you know? And that thing I witnessed at the Manet Junction, it stayed on my mind for a minute because and he's not like a young boy, he's like a man. You know, this driver was a man. And this guy just dragged him out of the front seat and sounded him a slap. I felt the sound of the slap because I do sound work a lot. So I know when I hear a certain sound, my heart skipped a beat.
So that situation you saw was a case of the police not being your friend.
Yes.
The case we are discussing now is a case of a police who has become overly friendly.
So much so that he did not fulfill his promise on what he said he was going to do.
Exactly. He failed to maintain law and order, and then he, basically failed to maintain law and order, and then just got too comfortable.
Overly
so
friendly.
I think we need some healthy balance. And the only way we can do this balance is through education. I find that there's this big, gap in truly understanding how we should cope, how we should live with this security system or operation. I don't know whether it's because of our history, but I think we are still really far away, in reaching that place where the Ghanaian can work with the Ghanaian security officer, and
feel safe.
And feel safe. The fundamentals we are not even getting, and it becomes scary when you even want to delve deep into it because security is getting complicated every day across the world. Over time, it overflows into your country or your territory, and you don't know your people. They also don't know you.
Yeah.
So,
but make no mistake, I've equally encountered some very friendly policemen.
Yes, we have them.
I remember one time I had car trouble and a police car gave me a ride to the mechanic and back to where my car was. And it was really nice. And even in the car we had...
I think I've read that you actually allowed that as a citizen.
Yes. So. And we had a very nice conversation in the car, talking about our careers and how they are in sync, and it was really nice. So yes, there are moments that some of them are very, very nice. Others too, I don't know. And one thing that I'm ignorant of, so I have to ask a question, which is something I'll come to maybe after the commercial break. You see, when you don't know something, you ask questions. When you ask questions, it is not up to anybody to be offended just because you asked a question. In the training of the police, do they do psych evals? Do they have like psychological evaluations?
I'm sure they do.
You're sure they do.
Sure
like
they do.
How?
But maybe they don't. They don't explore it to its fullest.
Exactly. To what extent is the psychological evaluation? Because I find that there are just some angry policemen. They are just angry. I don't know who hurt them, but they're just angry. Just waiting for the least opportunity to just get at somebody, which is not a very nice thing.
I think what you are trying, we should be calling for, and maybe what you are indirectly asking for is continuous psychological evaluation.
Yes, not just when you're joining the force.
Yes,
when you're within the force.
Yes,
every
there should be some mandatory psychological evaluation.
Yes, every so often there has to be.
For all there are regimes like that. There's a certain.
I don't know. That's why I'm asking.
Right.
And it's my duty to ask if I don't know.
You see, Ghana Police Force has been named one of the best in the world.
Right.
And I want to believe that it's because they've met some conditions. For all you know, what you are asking for, that provision is there. But how often
does it actually happen?
Right.
Right.
So that we just have to go back to some of these
because,
things. Very little thing. We see them little, but they go a long way.
They go a very long way.
True.
And again, because I'll ask these questions because I'm a mental health advocate. I won't stop saying that. Every time I want to make sure that everybody in their fields of endeavors are in the right mental space to operate the best way possible. It goes a long way to affect, the nation in entirety.
True.
So it's very, very important. Now, back to the conversation of Darko Vibes talking about, a musician or a recording artist's career dying faster than it grows. Do you agree with that assertion?
Yeah, I agree.
Okay.
I agree. I would have loved to watch this whole interview or even discuss further with him if I had the opportunity. Maybe if he brought his experience, personal experience, those challenges that could have crippled his career, but he overcome. If I got a full or a picture of something like that, it would help a lot.
Yeah.
But there are a lot of people who just said, no, I can't take this again. Let me just find my way into.
We spoke with Kessie the other time on the show.
Right.
Kessie is, he was budding in his day.
Yeah.
But then he fell back.
Exactly.
And, we talked about artists being depressed. And the constant push from fans to deliver. You say you do music, do it. You know what I mean? You should be there every time.
Right.
And he spoke about that. And he's not the only one. We've had a couple of them come to talk about the fact that there's a lot of pressure in that department.
Right.
And most of them, every so often, feel down about the fact that they are not able to deliver as promised.
True. As promised. Right. True.
As promised. True. Shouts going out to King Promise. They are not able to deliver as that's a bow, Charlie. I'm dropping bars.
Yeah.
They are not able to deliver as promised. So it's difficult.
True.
But we don't help the situation. And by we, I mean
the
industry people, fans, followers, we all do not help the situation because to a large extent, we always set the agenda. For anybody who's watching me, some of the things I say on here stays with you. You carry it with you. And some way, somehow, it becomes, to a certain level, truth for you.
Right.
So in setting the agenda, what are some of the things that we put out? Also, there has been a big conversation about when an artist starts their career, they are very welcoming and open.
Yeah.
You invite them for interviews, they show up. You invite them for shows, they show up on time. You ask them to do this, they do it. But after a while, they decline everything. Forgetting that, you see, we work hand in hand. You can't work in isolation, neither can we.
Sure.
We work hand in hand. And as long as our hand-in-hand relationship remains, we both will be fine. But the minute one person starts feeling too big to work hand in hand with another person, that usually becomes the beginning of the end.
Right.
Because...
And I think social media is the deception. Yes, that shadow and deception,
right?
That has blinded a lot of artists.
Oh, absolutely.
If I can put my music out there, if it can stream, and then I get a few views and shares and all of that, why do I need you?
I know.
Why do I need a radio station? Why do I need a TV station? I have TikTok. And all of that. My song could become a sensation overnight. So why do I need to engage?
But you cannot live in a country and say that you don't need the media in that country. You probably would have to think of relocating to a different place where you'll be more accepting of the media there, because we do work hand in hand.
Exactly.
And we should accord each other that respect.
The same respect.
Knowing that, in the beginning, you'd work with artists, and I've worked with a lot of people. In the beginning, they are really warm and welcoming. After a while, 1 hit, 2 hits, Charlie, to get him on a big hustle, you know what I mean? Because now, levels have changed.
Yeah.
Now they are 10 over 10. That's another bar. Charlie, today I'm dropping bars. So if their levels have changed, now they are okay, I don't want to, now they are sifting through interviews. Okay, I can go here, I won't go here.
Yeah.
I will go here, I won't go here.
True.
This person is not. But that's not very helpful.
You know, the interesting question I mostly get is, who is interviewing me?
Oh yeah, who's the host?
Who's the host?
Oh yes, I get that a lot.
It's a good question, but sometimes I feel it's necessary.
Yeah, which platform and who's the host? I think it's necessary. I actually agree with them. It's necessary. In fact, even yesterday, I was invited on a show, and I asked the producer, who else is on the show? It's not so that I can decline, no matter who it is, but it's so I can be prepared to match a certain energy. You know, there are some people who
I would want to ask that question depending on the topic.
Yes.
To be discussed.
So they told me the topic.
Outrightly to just
No, they told me the topic, and I asked who else is on the show. Because some people have very high energy, and you want to psych yourself to match that energy. Some people to have very low energy. You equally want to psych yourself to maybe, try to lift them up to raise, the conversation to a certain level. So it's not in bad taste to ask who else is on the show or who's the host. It usually is just to prepare you for what you're going into. You don't want to go in blind.
But some are not asking to prepare.
That's their problem. You see, at the end of the day, you're the same people who come back and say, my career is dying. That's not my problem.
And they don't want to grant me interviews.
You know what I mean? We need to understand that we're working hand in hand. So it's very, very important that we don't feel like we have reached a certain height where we're beginning to ignore people. You see, being a musician or being an actress or being in the public space is like being in public office. It's service to people. When they need you for any reason, unless you have, unless it's you have a very good reason, you shouldn't deny them. Somebody wants to come and meet up with you and have an interview, why not? Somebody wants you to come in or talk about your song, why not? But some people, they feel like they've gone to, and this is not in any way directed at or to Dakovites. No, it's just a general statement. Next thing you know, I'm trending on Twitter.
Oh, no.
So we're going to go on a break, but before that, let me quickly say this. And I think it's really important that I say this. I don't know why people seem to have such a big problem when other people question who they are or what it is they do. Usually we would ask because we want to know. And note that regardless what you do, not everybody is following it closely. I've had people ask, oh, but who is this person? But what does she do? But honestly, I know I have so much to my name. There are so many people who don't know me. And when they question it, I don't get upset. I don't get sentimental. I feel it's about time people learn to understand that people will only ask questions because they want to know, okay? And no matter what it is you do, you need to keep in mind that not everybody is following you keenly and will know what it is you do 360. Okay, let me see, off the top of my head, I set up and managed YFM in Takoradi for 3 years, okay? I'm one of the only voices in Ghana that's on an international channel that is airing promos on a daily, even up until now, okay? I do IVRs, my voice does IVRs for Airtel Tigo, for EcoBank, for Access Bank, for Glyco. I do a lot of voiceover jobs. I am a PR person and a very good one at that. I've worked with many, many brands. But you see, I won't get offended if somebody asks, oh, but who's Natalia? What does she do? They ask because they don't know. And it is my duty or my responsibility to let them know that, okay, so this is who I am. Maybe in your line of work or in what you do, you're not privy to me and what I do. It's only fair that I explain it. Not that I get upset or start throwing tantrums or using words that are just not right. I mean, it's in very bad taste, I will say. It's in very bad taste. I don't know who hurt you, but anytime somebody asks about you or what you do, please, for the love of God, don't be offended. It puts you in a position to actually explain to them who you are and what it is you do. It's really that simple, okay? It's that simple. It's not such a big deal. It's not rocket science. So please, let's just get over ourselves, okay? So again, here's the question. Who are you, really? Who are you? This is Sun Up on Showbiz TV. My name is Natalia. We're going to go for a quick break. Do stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Easter, get ready. Kamba Media Foundation presents the Showbiz TV Easter Kids Party. Date is Saturday, April 8, 2023. Time is 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. Venue is the Showbiz premises at Dogono, Nungwa. This party is our way of extending our support to the community we inhabit. Activities include rap competition, dance competition, and food competition. There will be loads of foods and drinks for free. This event is sponsored by Indomie and supported by Calipo, Soundmasters, Hustle Hard Music, Niche, Opinion Radio and TV, Verna Water, Twist Cupcake, and Big O Drink. Parents and guardians should make it a date to bring their children to this festive celebration. For enquiries or support, contact 0503 951 006. The Showbiz TV Easter Kids Party. Where would you be?
Sugar cane sweet, but your love is sweeter.
We promise you an exhilarating time span of delight on Afro Section.
Strawberry ginger.
Your world's about to get rocked with the finest visual playlist of Afro hit songs across the continent.
We know we fun like me. We know we fresh like me. We know we hot like me.
Your satisfaction is a surefire thing. So just loosen up and drift into an Avalon of multifarious Afro music on Showbiz TV.
I'm protected by Jah Almighty Father. Them can see we from afar.
I am your party giver, Kathy Brown.
Early in the morning, it's the dawn of a new day. New hopes, new dreams, new ways. Open up my heart and I'm gonna do my part and make this a positively beautiful day. Early in the morning, it's the dawn of a new day. New hopes, new dreams, new ways. Open up my heart and I'm gonna do my part and make this a positively beautiful day. It's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day. Let's make this so wonderful. Let's make this so powerful. Let's make this a beautiful day. Early in the morning, it's the dawn of a new day. New hopes, new dreams, new ways. Open up my heart and I'm gonna do my part and make this a positively beautiful day. It's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day. Let's make this so wonderful. Let's make this so powerful. Let's make this a beautiful day. Early in the morning.
All right, welcome back, and we're just about wrapping up. So, Nollywood actress Sarah Martin has taken to her Instagram page to air her 2 cents about marriage and relationships. Now, she's a close friend to Nollywood actor Yuli Dochi's second wife, Judy Austin, and she said women should never be afraid to snatch good men from a lousy and careless woman. She added that a man deserves to be loved right. She noted that the same thing applies to women, adding that they also deserve to be loved right. So what she's saying in essence is that any woman in a lousy relationship or not being treated well can be taken away.
Yeah.
In the same vein, any man who's not being loved right can be taken away from a woman who's, you know, lousy about the relationship. D, real quick, do you agree?
Nobody's irreplaceable.
Nobody's irreplaceable.
Yeah.
No bagawaya.
No bagawaya.
So if you're not being treated well, it's okay. But isn't a marriage supposed to be sacred? Isn't a marriage supposed to be between two people? Aren't you supposed to work your problems out? The mere fact that I'm not being treated well means that now it's an open door policy where I allow other men to try to come in and treat me well because my husband is not doing that?
We came into the marriage because you agreed you were going to treat me right.
So if they're not treating you well,
no.
If your boyfriend do you well,
away.
You agree with that?
Yeah, I agree with that.
Okay, so we're going to quickly open the phone lines. Do call us if you agree. 0503-951-001.
I will even make myself
agree
available
that
to be
if you're
snatched?
in a relationship or especially a marriage and you're not being treated well, it's okay for you to allow another man to snatch you away or another woman to snatch you away because you're not being treated well? Is that okay? I would love to hear from you. 0503-951-001. That's 0503-951-001. D, you were saying?
Like, I'll make myself available to be snatched.
Really?
Yeah. If I feel or if I think and I believe that this thing, you're not treating me well, oh, why not? I will just find a way of making myself available. You know,
right.
So that you come and snatch me.
Right.
You know.
But isn't this conversations you have in a marriage or a relationship? If you're in a relationship and you're getting what you want, is it not for you to have a conversation about it? Say, Digo, listen, maybe for the past couple of months, you don't make me feel good. I feel really bad about this and that. Isn't it for me to have a conversation with you?
Yes, we would have the conversation and all of that. Where you need a second chance, I'll give the second chance. But after that chance, if I feel that you are still not getting the course, I just have to
look for a new
lecturer.
So this is consolidated.
Oh no. We can't.
You're not consolidating?
No.
You're
moving on.
Out with the old, in with the new.
Yes. Life is too short, Natalia.
I totally agree.
Life
is really short. You need to be in a place where you feel loved and wanted.
Yes.
You need people who are your cheerleaders, who will cheer you on.
Right.
There's a call on the line. Hello. Hi, good morning. What's your name and where are you calling from?
My name is Isaac. I'm from Kaswa.
Okay, talk to me, Isaac.
Yeah, I want to contribute to the program. Now, what is her definition of good treatment? Some women, their good treatment is buying them car, expensive gifts, and all that. And so if you cannot afford, it means that you are not treating them right. You understand? So if I don't have money or I can't buy you an expensive gift, and so another man can do that, it means that he can snatch you away. You see?
That's a good one.
You should come back again.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one.
Thank you.
That's a good one. Thank you. What's good treatment? Good treatment is subjective. Some people don't want much.
Right.
Some people just want, when I've had not a very good day and I come back home,
you are there for me.
Be there for me.
Right.
You know, run me a bath, rub my feet and say nice things to me.
Eish.
Hello? Hello?
Hello.
Hi, what's your name and where are you calling from?
My name is Kwame and I'm calling from Teshi.
Kwame, talk to me.
Okay, so in context, I wouldn't think twice. I mean, taking one's girlfriend or, I mean, if I'm not treating a lady right, someone will also come and take. It's just like you being, let's say I have a son or a daughter, and then I get a teacher to teach my son or daughter, and the teacher isn't doing well, and someone recommends another teacher.
Right. Are you done?
So that's basically it.
Okay.
Everyone deserves happiness.
Okay. All right, Kwame.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Everyone deserves happiness, but happiness is subjective. What makes me happy is different from what makes next woman happy and next woman happy. So you need to know the person you're with. Clearly, nobody is with a stranger.
Yeah.
You're with someone you know, and you know the little things that make them happy. Sometimes it's really not much.
True.
Sometimes it's just little things. And if you can't get even those little things from a person, then you begin to question, you know, the whole situation. Yeah. And sometimes you're giving your everything and getting nothing back, you know, and it feels like a very unbalanced scale, you know. So, yes, I agree to a certain extent, not all the way.
Right.
I agree to a certain extent. I agree that couples should take care of each other. You know the person you're with. Hello, we have a call on the line. Hello.
Hello, my name is Nia from Ashaiman.
Okay, talk to me, darling.
Can I speak to you?
Oh, of course you can.
Okay. Nia, this is me. I can't want to say. Who say your mama or needs to buy? Any woman needs to buy.
Ampa.
So when Obama was to buy ends up with Oba, who needs to buy? I think overtaking is allowed.
Yeah.
Overtaking is allowed. Because you can't be unhappy for the rest of your life.
True.
So if you really lousy in the whole relationship, overtaking is allowed. Unless, of course, maybe you walk about it and say, what you did here, and then so, maybe in jail or cover, hey, that's where the problem lies.
Right.
But if you are pretty lousy, overtaking is allowed. That's all I have to say.
Okay. If you're being lousy, overtaking is allowed. That's just what. You see, people take for granted when they get with you over a long period of time, they take you for granted. You know the saying that you don't know, familiarity breeds contempt, and also you don't know what you have until it's gone. Yeah. Sometimes we take advantage of the fact that you know, but when you lose Kofi, you begin to realize. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
My name is Mami. I'm calling from Temakom 12.
Okay, talk to me, Mami.
I believe that nonsense is allowed.
It's allowed there?
Anywhere, anyhow.
Yeah, my girls know.
Even the Bible says the tree that is not bearing fruit should be cut off. Whenever I'm in a relationship with you and you're not bearing fruit, and you're not making me happy, and somebody comes to snatch me, I'm gone. Hello?
I feel you.
So we should all learn to know our partners and treat them the way they want to be treated.
I feel you.
If that is not given, I'm sorry, I can be snatched and you can be snatched as well. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I feel you, Mommy. I'll see even the Bible says the tree that doesn't bear fruit should be cut off. Yeah. So and this goes for men and women as well. When you're, not everybody gets a partner. We're going to do our last caller. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. What's your name and where are you calling us from?
My name is Ruben, calling from Afam.
Ruben, talk to me.
Okay, I understand what you're saying very well, but when it comes to marriage, it's quite different.
Right.
Because if you feel like everything is allowed, but there's no certain mistake, because we're all looking for advantage to run away from something.
True.
So, first one, join together. It means when certain happen, you have to take your time. It's not understand, like, sometimes you don't know what I mean, or you can't just fool me like you do. So you need to have time for ourselves. But when it's normal relationship, you guys just run. But when it comes to marriage, you have to take your time.
Right.
You will pick up, know you more and know how to go about things.
Right.
You all come from different homes.
Yes.
So take your time together. You have to take your time.
Yes.
You have to say because everything is. And so circumstances, you might not be treated well for the first year, but the second consecutive year, because the future probably was well. Now the second gets to understand you. So you know how things have to go the way.
Yes. Yes.
What if I come in, I have to live there and say, actually, actually, sacrifice when I'm with them.
Yes.
The world is going to another extent, so you have to be doing this when it comes to marriage.
True.
No relationship is allowed, because I don't find with you when it comes to the marriage issues. But when it comes to relationships, that one here, you're all looking for the right spouse.
Yeah,
yes. She's not fitting or she's not fitting well.
Yes.
So you can be well. And when it comes to marriage, it's like reunion, so you have to take your time, know your partner very well, then kind of that's all. That's my take on when it comes to marriage.
Okay. All right, thank you so much. You're our last caller. We're not going to take any more callers. We have to wrap things up.
Right.
So it's the Easter holidays coming up. But let's wrap up on this. Dee, I feel like we all know the people we get with, and we know the reasons why we get with them. Let's not take anybody for granted.
Sure.
The mere fact that you're married to this person doesn't mean you need to take them for granted.
Right.
Treat them well. Let be their safe haven.
Right.
You know, when the world is against them, let them want to run into your arms and feel safe.
True.
Don't be that person who's always throwing them out to the wolves. Because you see, the more you do that, the more, and one thing I say always is that sometimes, especially the men, they do a lot of things to teach women how to live without them. And when you teach a woman how to live without you, she becomes very independent of you, to the point where now she has no value for you again because, or you okay?
True.
It being free, so it being back home. You're just there, and that's not a very good place for any man to be. In the same vein, it's not a very good place for any woman to be. Any person, as a matter of fact, when you're with someone, you have to be there to contribute. I'm giving you, you're giving me. Maybe mimi diani akrokro ebi amena me ye kasa deni akrokro ni ade ebi awusu diani so bema misika, you know, say ebi anya sample ebi awusu diani say ebi a uche ma de. You give me ideas about business, say you support me in certain things. Everybody has a contribution that they give to the other person. What's your say? So let's know each other and respect each other and make each other feel good.
True.
Because there's no point in being in a relationship when you're always so sad and you're always so broke and you're always so unsatisfied and you're always so no, I don't know anything.
True.
You know what I mean?
True.
So, I mean, that's just my conclusion on this one.
I'll just make it simple. I think relationships, of whatever kind, marriage, they are also platforms for us to bring out the best in ourselves. And that is why it's important that you find the right person, the person that, you see, the person doesn't have to be perfect. They just need to be able to trigger something good, ooze out something positive outside you, you know. You should meet someone and then feel like, I didn't know I could do this until I met you, you know. And you don't have to do too much. You just have to do the little things.
Yes.
Everybody has that little thing that moves them, that makes them comfortable.
Yes.
For some it's words, for time it's just
everybody has their love language.
Their love language. So you just need to know which language you are supposed to be speaking and at what time.
Yes.
When you are trying, your partner will know.
Yes.
That is what this lady is just trying to say. This thing is supposed to bring out the best in us. That by the end of the day, when we all fall into our graves, we will know that we did, you know, we didn't waste time. So there's nothing wrong with it. If your partner know they treat you well, vamos.
All right, that's how we wrap up on today's edition of Sun Up on Showbiz TV. It has been such a pleasure having you. The weekend is here. It's going to be a very long weekend from tomorrow all the way till Tuesday morning. So you enjoy your weekend, and do note that on Saturday from 11 a.m. we here at Showbiz TV were throwing a huge children's party for children in the neighborhood and even beyond. So if you have children in your home and neighborhood, just bring them all here. It's absolutely free. It's happening from 11 a.m. There's going to be face painting, bouncy castles, eating competition, dancing competition, and so many more. It's going to be simply fun. Also do note that it's absolutely free. Now, sponsors for the Easter party, the main sponsor is Indomie, and it's supported by Verna Water, Big O Drink, Niche Chocolate Drink, Calipo, Sound Masters, Hustle Hard Music, Twist Cupcake, and Opinion Radio and TV. My name is Natalia, and I'm on Instagram. I didn't used to do Twitter, but now I'm going to have to. I'm on Instagram and Twitter at Yes I Am Natalia. Enjoy your weekend. Shouts going out to the team, to Skyface Demigod, to Nick, to Nene Kabute Dosu, to Fred Alija, aka Tadi Shatawale, to Captain Hooks, to Mr. Bento, to my producer Anig, to Abeku Tahir Sego, who's unwell, and also Ahmed, you're unwell as well. Do get well soon. We want you back. And to Champagne and the entire team, you guys are the real MVPs. So we'll catch you again. Enjoy your weekend and be kind.
In the morning, it's the dawn of a new day, new hopes, new dreams, new ways. I open up my eyes and I open up my mind and I wonder how life will surprise me today. Early in the morning, it's the dawn of a new day, new hopes.
Sugar cane sweet, but your love is sweeter.
We promise you an exhilarating time span of delight on Afro Section.